Focus. That magical state of being where you're supposed to lock in, zone out the world, and get your best work done. People call it flow. I call it a scam because for most of us, it lasts about 10 minutes, 15 if you've had coffee, 20 if you've had suspicious amounts of coffee. And then it happens. Your brain, that thing you're supposed to control, suddenly taps you on the shoulder like, hey, remember that one kid from primary school who used to chew pencils? I wonder what he's doing now. And off you go, searching LinkedIn for weird pencil chewer. Or maybe it's not nostalgia. Perhaps it's something urgent, like your bookshelf. Suddenly, it's life or death that you rearrange your books by color, height, and emotional damage level. Or you're hit by the profound need to Google, do penguins have knees? Answer, yes. But also, why do you care right now? And just like that, your focus is gone. Your task is abandoned, and you're left wondering, do I have the attention span of a goldfish? I know I do. It's like my brain is a TV remote, and someone else is constantly changing the channel. Spoiler, you're not broken, you're not lazy, you don't secretly have ADHD light. What you have is a brain that's been trained, no, engineered, to be distracted. In this video, I'm exposing the 3 villains that destroy your focus, and more importantly, I'll show you 3 stupidly simple fixes that even our goldfish brains can handle. So stay with me. Sound good? Great, let's roast our brains. Let's talk about villain 1, the digital mosquitoes. You know when a mosquito buzzes in your ear at night, you can't think about anything else. That's exactly what notifications do. Ping, buzz, flash. Even if it's just your mom sending you a thumbs up, your brain reacts like NASA just announced an incoming asteroid. And you know why? It's because your phone is basically your personal dopamine dealer. Every notification is a little drug hit. Doesn't matter if it's a work email, a TikTok, or a news alert that man finds Jesus' face in a potato chip. Your brain is like, stop everything. This is important. Except, it's not. It's usually dumb. But you get sucked in anyway. You sit down to finish a report, and 20 minutes later, you're knee-deep in a Reddit thread about raccoons stealing cat food. And the best part? You blame yourself. Like, ugh, I'm so weak. No self-control. No, you're literally fighting against a billion-dollar industry of engineers who get bonuses for keeping you glued to your rectangle. That's not fair. It's like trying to arm wrestle The Rock after he's had 3 protein shakes. Then there is villain 2, multitasking, the fancy word for doing everything badly. We all brag about being multitaskers. You're on a Zoom call, sending emails, while also writing your shopping list. You feel like a productivity ninja. Spoiler, you're not. You're just doing 3 things poorly at the same time. Your brain doesn't switch tasks like opening new tabs. It's more like a messy desk. When you swap from writing your proposal to checking Slack, your brain doesn't just flip a switch. It throws all the proposal papers on the floor, drags out the Slack papers, spreads them out, answers with LOLK, then shoves those papers back into the chaos and tries to remember where the proposal even started. That's the context switching cost. You don't just lose seconds, you lose minutes reloading your brain. And if you switch enough, by the end of the day, you've basically just been cleaning up the same messy desk over and over. No wonder you're tired, but also weirdly unproductive. So yeah, multitasking, it's just a cool way to describe being busy while getting nothing done. Then we have the 3rd villain, the myth of the perfect moment. This one hurts because it sounds so reasonable. I'll start when I feel motivated. I need to be in the right headspace. Let me just check my email first, then I'll start the big project. Translation, I am procrastinating like a professional. We act like focus is this magical thing that arrives when the stars align, like some fairy godmother shows up, bops you on the head, and poof. Suddenly, you're cranking out essays like a caffeinated Hemingway. Hate to break it to you, the focus fairy isn't coming. Motivation doesn't come before action, it comes after. You don't feel like it, and then go to the gym. You drag your unmotivated self there, lift something heavy, and halfway through you're like, fine, I guess this isn't so bad. So, waiting for motivation? That's just your brain tricking you into doing literally anything else. Scrolling, cleaning, alphabetizing your Spotify playlists. Focus isn't a mood, it's a decision. Alright, enough roasting. Let's talk about the fixes, the hacks that make you look like you've got life together, even if your attention span screams otherwise. The first fix is what everyone calls the Pomodoro technique. I call it bribing your inner toddler. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes. During those 25 minutes, you do just one thing. 1. Not check email on the side. Not quick peek at Instagram. Just one thing. Then, when the timer goes off, you get a 5-minute break to do whatever nonsense you want. Scroll, snack, scream into a pillow, it's all fair game. Why does this work? Because asking your brain to focus forever is terrifying. But 25 minutes? Even our dopamine-chasing brains can handle that. It's like saying to a kid, just eat 3 peas, and then you can have ice cream. It's stupidly simple, but it works. This takes us to the second fix, the pre-commitment defense. Here's the harsh truth. If your phone is within reach while you're working, you've already lost. You are not winning against that glowing slot machine of dopamine. So don't fight it, just cheat. Remove the battlefield. Put your phone in another room. Close every tab that isn't related to what you're working on. If you're writing, only your dock is open. No quick Google. No just checking Slack. Think of it like hiding the cookies from yourself. If the cookies are in the kitchen, you might get up to grab them. But if they're in the store down the road, suddenly they're a lot less tempting. Same with your phone. If you have to walk across the room to get it, 9 times out of 10, you won't bother. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, not completely, but close enough. Finally, to the last fix. Here's the simplest one. Write down the single most important thing you need to do today. Not 3, not 10, just 1. Put it on a sticky note. Slap it on your desk. That's your North Star. Every time your brain tries to wander off, hey, let's watch a video about raccoons, your eyes land back on that one thing. It cuts through the fog of, what should I be doing? And replaces it with, oh right, this. And when you finish it, congratulations. You actually get to feel like you achieved something instead of just swimming in circles all day. But what if you still fail? Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'll still find a way to waste those 25 minutes. And yeah, you probably will, the first few times. Maybe you'll spend 25 minutes sharpening pencils you don't need, or reorganizing your Google Drive folders from 2012, or writing a very urgent grocery list that includes exactly 3 bags of Doritos. That's fine, because the point isn't to become a productivity robot overnight. The point is to build the muscle of starting. Think of it like the gym. Nobody walks into the gym once and comes out looking like The Rock. Unless The Rock is watching this, in which case, sir, please subscribe. But for the rest of us mortals, productivity is the same. It's reps, consistency, and slowly training your brain to stop chasing cheap dopamine hits. So, to recap, your focus is being murdered by notifications, task switching, and the myth of motivation. You fight back by bribing your brain with the Pomodoro technique, setting up your environment in advance with the pre-commitment, and giving yourself a single target to aim for. And if you want bonus points, here are some quick hacks to make this easier. Use website blockers. Yes, block YouTube. Unless you're watching this video, obviously, this is the one exception. Create a focus playlist that doesn't have lyrics, because let's be real, you can't write an essay while Drake is whisper singing in your ear. Break big tasks into smaller ones, because nothing kills motivation like looking at write entire 50-page thesis on your to-do list. Break it into crumbs, write intro, find 3 sources, cry quietly. Easy. Here's the deal. You don't need to become a productivity robot. You don't need monk-level discipline or a cabin in the woods. You just need to be a little bit smarter than your distractions. So, your mission? Try just one of these hacks today. Just one. Worst case, you end up slightly more productive than if you'd spent the whole afternoon watching penguin documentaries. If you found this relatable, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. If you don't want to do this alone, click subscribe and leave a comment. We can all be a community of people trying to be less distractible, one sarcastic reminder at a time.